What is borderline personality disorder and how might you see it in Amber Heard's testimony? Fuel me once here, driving instructor of the world. Borderline personality is characterized by, quote, the person essentially lacks a sense of self and as a result experiences feelings of emptiness and fears of abandonment. Because of this, they tend to have unstable relationships. That's the biggest understatement since calling politicians a little self-centered. Those with BPD often have a difficult time feeling empathy for others. They have a hard time understanding and predicting how others feel in certain situations. It's a lot like basically being a teenager. They have difficulty getting outside their own heads. And studies have shown that the centers in the brain where empathy happens don't activate, and they have abnormalities with neurotransmitters, especially serotonin. To combat that fear of abandonment, they may go to extreme measures to avoid possible separation or rejection. And when they do have a breakup, they tend to get in relationships very quickly. Do you see that in Amber? Helpguides.com says, quote, someone with BPD may, quote, beg, cling, start fights, jealously track your loved one's movements, even physically block the other person they're leaving, resulting in exactly what they feared and were trying to prevent. Another symptom is intense mood swings. Go from extreme happiness to despair the next moment, and persisting for several days in some cases. They also struggle with intense anger. They, quote, react in a way that seems exaggerated or disproportional to an event. Yes, people around them tend to characterize their lives as having to walk on eggshells. They tend to be quite needy, intense, mistrusting, even with friends and family. They tend to have a very black and white view of people, seeing them as all good or all bad, and then they have frequently shifting attitudes towards others. They can have extreme closeness, the idealization, or extreme dislike or anger, the devaluation. They struggle with identity. They often mimic the actions or behaviors of others. Look at Amber dressing like Johnny the day after he does. John Odom, professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences at Baylor, says their inability to be independent and autonomous is very impaired. They have constantly shifting ideas of who they are, what they want in life. Frequently changes in jobs, friends, loves, religion, values, goals, even sexual identity, or who they are with romantically. They're impulsive, risky, often self-destructive. Also, they tend toward gambling, spending sprees, shoplifting, sabotaging their own success. Very common for them to self-injure, and about 10% take their own lives. They have paranoia, and in some cases when under stress, they may experience dissociation or feeling of losing touch with reality. Depression, hopelessness, low energy, fear, and definitely anxiety. We see all of this with Amber